Did you know that the art of the deal was once considered an inside look into the mind of one of America's most high-profile businessmen, long before he became a political figure? Published in 1987, this book not only climbed bestseller lists, but also transformed Donald Trump into a household name. Welcome to today's video, where we'll delve into the strategies, stories, and controversies behind Donald Trump's The Art of the Deal. By the end, you'll see why it remains such a polarizing yet influential read. In this video, we're exploring The Art of the Deal, co-written by Donald Trump and Tony Schwartz. Often dubbed a business Bible by admirers, the book lays out Trump's philosophy on negotiation, deal-making, and personal branding. We'll discuss its key themes, highlight pivotal anecdotes, and reflect on why it stirred so much debate. Whether you're a budding entrepreneur or simply curious about the book's historical impact, strap in as we dissect the core lessons that made The Art of the Deal a cultural phenomenon. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, Donald Trump had made a name for himself in New York City real estate, tackling big projects like the renovation of the Commodore Hotel, later the Grand Hyatt, and the construction of Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. Yet his journey wasn't free of challenges. The real estate market was volatile, property taxes soared, and dealing with city bureaucracy could feel like an endless maze of red tape. On top of that, the public perception of real estate developers was often tinged with skepticism. They were either visionary entrepreneurs or ruthless speculators, depending on whom you asked. Into this environment came The Art of the Deal, a book designed to present Trump as a business genius who thrived on tough negotiations. The text weaves in examples of how he navigated union contracts, overcame zoning hurdles, and secured financing amid steep competition. It also touches on the high stakes of property development, where a single miscalculation can lead to millions in losses. At its core, The Art of the Deal poses the question: how does one turn high-risk real estate ventures into steady gains and public triumphs? Trump and Schwartz attempt to answer this by highlighting both strategic foresight and a knack for self-promotion. Trump structures The Art of the Deal around what he calls Trump's 11 steps to success. These range from think big to maximize your options and use your leverage. Each principle is illustrated with anecdotes from his own career. For instance, when discussing use your leverage, he recounts how he sometimes withheld certain information or exaggerated his position to negotiate from a point of strength. The book emphasizes that public image and media attention can become powerful tools. If you can dominate headlines, you can often shape the narrative of a deal. The text also showcases Trump's daily routine, starting his day at the office, making dozens of phone calls, juggling multiple negotiations at once. This frenetic schedule feeds his insistence that energy and momentum are critical. He argues that by keeping multiple projects afloat, he can shift resources and attention wherever a deal shows promise. The portrayal is that of a fast-paced operator who never rests on past successes, always pushing forward. Yet this act fast and stay visible tactic occasionally leads to conflict, as Trump addresses run-ins with city officials, fellow developers, and even local communities wary of his large-scale endeavors. A pivotal moment in the book, and in Trump's career at the time, was the transformation of the nearly bankrupt Commodore Hotel into the profitable Grand Hyatt. Trump details how he negotiated with city authorities to secure a tax abatement, convinced Hyatt to partner with him, and persevered through the skepticism of banks that hesitated to back the project. In the text, he frames it as the ultimate underdog victory, a decaying property near Grand Central Terminal resurrected into a bustling, high-end hotel. Why does this moment feel like the climax of the book? Because the Commodore deal embodies all the principles Trump had been championing: tenacity, leveraging publicity, and not shying away from bold proposals. It also validated him as more than just an heir to his father's real estate empire. It showcased his ability to orchestrate large-scale deals independently. For readers, this section crystallizes the overarching message: fortune favors those who take calculated risks and refuse to back down. It's here that Trump cements his reputation as a big thinker who thrives when the stakes are highest. offering an aspirational template for readers looking to replicate a sliver of that ambition in their own lives or businesses. Though The Art of the Deal purports to be a straightforward guide to success, it's also a carefully orchestrated narrative designed to boost Trump's public persona. He devotes entire chapters to specific deals. The purchase of Mar-a-Lago in Florida, for example, where he details how he acquired the property at a fraction of its value by consistently pressuring the sellers and utilizing local tax rules to his advantage. Another example is the construction of Trump Tower, which brought him new levels of media attention thanks to its glamorous design, a prime Manhattan location, and the swirl of celebrity connections. One recurring theme is Trump's skill in courting publicity. He writes that good publicity is preferable, but from a business standpoint, bad publicity is sometimes better than no publicity at all, suggesting that name recognition alone can sway negotiations. This principle plays out in almost every anecdote. If he can secure a feature in the New York Times or command a spot on the evening news, it's easier to attract investors and secure favorable loan terms. Critics have pointed out that this reliance on media spectacle can overshadow more concrete business fundamentals. Still, from Trump's perspective, image building is a legitimate and essential part of the real estate game. The Art of the Deal also offers a behind-the-scenes look at Trump's negotiation style. He often begins with a bold demand, then concedes small points to make the other side feel they're winning. He might propose a bigger project than he expects to build, leaving wiggle room to reduce the scope in exchange for faster approvals or better terms. This approach can irk officials and partners, but it also sets a high ceiling for what might be achieved. The book states that adopting an unwavering self-confidence, even if it borders on bravado, can psychologically tip negotiations in one's favor. Detractors argue this style can become manipulative, leading to tension or mistrust in the long run. Trump underscores that one's perceived success can accelerate actual success. For instance, he suggests that by frequently discussing his biggest achievements, he can overshadow missteps or smaller failures. This perception is reality strategy propels him forward in each story. He appears unstoppable, so bankers are more inclined to lend him money, and city officials are more inclined to grant approvals under the assumption he'll deliver high-profile developments that boost tax revenue. While the text occasionally hints at controversies, like noisy public disputes with local communities, it rarely delves into the deeper ramifications of these deals on neighborhoods or smaller businesses. Since its publication, The Art of the Deal has been critiqued for omitting or glossing over certain failures, lawsuits, or ethical questions. It doesn't delve deeply into the emotional toll that big-stakes negotiations can take on families, or how risky leveraged buyouts can lead to significant debt. Co-author Tony Schwartz later stated that some aspects of the book are embellished, painting an ultra-confident image of Trump that might not fully align with reality. Nevertheless, the central premise remains influential. A mix of audacity, relentless promotion, and adaptability can catapult a dealmaker to national prominence. When the book hit shelves in 1987, America was coming off a period of economic growth and entrepreneurial celebration. Figures like Lee Iacocca and Jack Welch dominated headlines. Trump's pitch, self-made deals, unstoppable drive, and a flair for showmanship fit the public appetite for business success stories. He capitalized on this wave by branding The Art of the Deal as a window into the mind of a modern mogul. The effect was immediate and widespread. The book spent weeks on bestseller lists and further cemented the notion that Trump was among the era's top business icons. Even decades later, The Art of the Deal remains a go-to reference for those analyzing Trump's psyche and approach to leadership. Some entrepreneurs still cite it as an inspiration, praising its unfiltered look at real estate deal-making. Others see it as a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of style over substance. Either way, few business memoirs have had such a long-lasting impact. It's been parodied, dissected, and hotly debated. In many ways, the book signaled that the line between celebrity and business success was beginning to blur. Self-branding could be as critical as product quality or financial planning, an idea that resonates even more strongly in today's era of social media and influencers. The Art of the Deal weaves negotiation techniques, personal vignettes, and a flair for showmanship into a compelling portrait of Donald Trump's business philosophy. It underscores the power of thinking big, self-promotion, and calculated risk-taking. While the book's portrayal can be polarizing, celebrated by some and criticized by others, it undeniably shaped Trump's public persona, offering lessons that still spark debate among aspiring entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals alike. What do you think about Donald Trump's approach to deal-making? Have you tried any of these strategies in your own life or business? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and suggest other business or political memoirs you'd like me to review. Whether you admire or question the methods outlined in The Art of the Deal, there's no denying it remains a pivotal read in modern business literature. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.